Hey everyone, hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your new moon in Taurus message. The new moon in Taurus took place on May 16th or 17th, 2026, depending on where you live in the world. I did release a long 2.5 hour video on May 14th. However, in the past week, I've heard from many of you who said you were unable to understand the video because of its long format. YouTube did not translate it into your native language. So today, I edited that video down into 12 individual videos, 12 single videos, one for each zodiac sign. So YouTube will be able now to translate it and you will be able to understand the message. It is not too late to watch this reading, as this is a 6-month reading, and it is never too late for you to plant some seeds for a new life or a new chapter of your life. So please watch your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus placements. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. And also keep in mind, it is a collective general reading. So as the messages come through, take what fits and leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means that it is meant for someone else to hear. With all of that said, now let's begin. Hello, Virgo, sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look now at your new moon in Taurus message. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn and knowledge. There's something here about increasing your knowledge or increasing your skill. Putting in the effort to learn something new will yield some really strong financial rewards here for you. Learning something new or brushing up on a skill, some type of certification. Tell me more about this here, please, for Virgo, sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus placements. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is like, Capricorn is really putting in the effort. I'm really going to learn this. Right? I'm getting this accreditation. I'm acquiring this skill or brushing up on a skill that I currently have. One more shuffle, thank you. And being wholeheartedly dedicated to it, kind of like devil energy. That's why the devil card is attributed to Capricorn. Capricorn's ruled by Saturn, and they can become a little obsessed, but it can be healthy. You know, there's something here about doing this in moderation, but being dedicated to it. Every day for 1 hour, I'm going to learn this. And it ends up yielding the result that you want. 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, and the Star. It ends up yielding the result that you want. That's it. We're done with your message. Go away. No, I'm kidding. Clarify that 9 of Pentacles. So this is specifically for those of you where you're looking for financial growth and not short term. Not like I pay $5, I get a scratch off ticket and I win $20. That's not the 9 of Pentacles. That's maybe the 3 of Pentacles or the 2 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is I am financially solvent. I don't need anyone to pay my bills or buy my clothes or pay for my Friday night dinners. I can take care of myself. Whether you're single or partnered, irrelevant. This is you not only creating the life that you want, but then being able to enjoy the life that you want. And doing it on your own with, again, a little acquisition here of knowledge. 9 of Pentacles is clarified by strength, the Page of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Cups. What are you waiting for? You don't need anyone to do this. You don't need anyone's permission to do this. There's something here about being honest with yourself and saying, where I'm at, only if it's your message, where I'm at financially is not where I would like to be. And it's not where I want to be 1 year, 5 years, 10 years from now. So first is I need to be honest with myself. Where I'm at financially is not where I want to be. And I might need to gain some knowledge from someone else, a teacher, a mentor, some guru on YouTube. It doesn't always mean like I have to go to classes and shell out money. Sometimes it's like just connecting with someone online where you're watching their videos and you're learning from them. You're learning some new skill or you're taking online classes. So there is a mentor, a teacher, a guru out there for you. Someone who either has done this before or can teach you these skills or that you can learn from. 5 of Wands. Tell me about the 5 of Wands. And it's going to require effort in that 5 of Wands. Like, it's not easy. It's not going to be easy to do this. You're not going to learn all this in 1 hour. If that were the case, we would all do it. So I do think it's going to require some effort. High Priestess, 9 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. And then it's yours. The opportunity is there. The High Priestess, consequently, holds a book. The Book of Knowledge. So there's someone here that you need to go to. Like I said, teacher, mentor, guru, something like that. Either in your 3D world where you're signing up for classes,
And for others of you, it could be online. You know, again, maybe you're taking seminar. You could take seminars online or learn something new. Maybe go back to school, get your GED or, you know, some kind of college degree. Maybe you want to become a realtor. This would be like acquiring your license. And for others of you, it's just watching someone online doing what you want to do, and not for the purpose of copying them, for the purpose of learning from them. Prior to starting the YouTube channel, I spent a good amount of time watching the tarot readers that for years I had watched because they were helping me with my own journey. But when I started to buckle down on the business, I started watching them, not to copy them, to see what they were doing that wasn't working or what I felt would not work for me. And I watched a lot of their content and I read through the comments. And that was me gaining knowledge. And they were individually all of my gurus. They were my mentors without even realizing it. Because I can watch a video of theirs, and I watched one woman, I still follow her, I think she's brilliant. But whenever she dips into politics, politics is very decisive. And you can talk about how the world affects all of us, right? How the collective world, everything happening in the world affects us. But when you start naming political leaders and off with their heads and all of this, you know, regardless of what side you're on, it's like you just isolated half of your viewers. And so I was watching those videos and then looking at the comments and saying, well, that's something I'm never going to do. No one's ever going to watch my channel and know where I stand on what side of the political aisle I stand in. Because I'm not here to be a politician. I'm not here to push a political agenda. I'm here to connect you to messages from source that are trying to get to you. That's my only role here. If I want to be a public advocate for something, I need to do that in my free time, not my professional time. And if I wanted to do it professionally, then I can't be a tarot reader. It might work for her, might work for her audience. Clearly it doesn't, looking at some of the comments. But I knew it would not work for me. So I gained knowledge watching her. And then I watched other tarot readers where I was like, oh, that works. That works. Yeah, maybe I could do something similar. Again, it's gaining knowledge. It's not copying. You know, I watched one reader where all of their thumbnails are beautiful. You know, this, I'm not going to say whether it's, he's, you know, they're masculine, feminine, he, she, whatever. But this person creates beautiful thumbnails. And at first I was like, oh, maybe I could do that. Maybe I should learn how to generate really nice thumbnails for my videos. But then when you actually click on the video and you watch the message is really not jiving with the thumbnail or with the title that they put on the video. The message is good, but they over embellish it. And to me, it looked like clickbait. And so again, I acquired knowledge that I can put out a message for good or for bad, whether the collective likes it or not. And I'm just going to title it what it is. I don't need to make it sound just, you know, I don't need to portray it as something that it's not, just to get people to click on it. Because people will click on it once and they're never going to click on me again. And maybe they'll click on me 2 or 3 times, but they're not going to come back. And I do a disservice to the collective by doing that. So again, I gained knowledge. So there's something like that here for you. And that 9 of Wands, it's like either you're, you know, putting in the work and effort here to learn something from actually like going to courses or classes, or watching someone, and lots of people, I watch lots of people online, right? 5 of Wands, like 5 people. Okay, what worked for them, what works for them, what didn't work for them, what's not working for them, and what won't work for you. And take notes, gain knowledge, and then form your own Ace of Pentacles. How are you going to now take that knowledge or all those skills that you just learned, and how are you going to put them into use so you can create the 10 of Pentacles for yourself? The Star. Tell me about the Star. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Star. Clarified by the 2 of Pentacles, time management, Empress, and a Death card. This totally transforms your life. Oh my God, World card at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, for some of you, it's World Wide Web. I hate to say that, World Wide Web. Makes me sound so 1995. But yeah, that's what this is. 2 of Pentacles, time management, creating the time. Remember what I said in the beginning, like 1 hour a day, this is what I'm going to do. Empress, so I can birth this new financial chapter in my life. Death card, so I can transform my life financially. So I can step into a new financial cycle here. Clarify more that high priestess, the teacher, the guru, the mentor. Clarify that more, please, here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Three of Swords, seeing what works, what doesn't work, right? Queen of Swords, what works, what doesn't work. Ace of Cups. I feel like I have a group of you here where by studying the competition, we have no pentacles except for the Ace of Pentacles. So I don't really think for a lot of you, this is something like you have to spend money to get accreditation or to go to school or classes or a license. And even if it is, it's a very low cost compared to what the long-term financial benefit would be if you were to come up with the money to go to school or take classes or get financial aid or a grant, a loan, something like that. But for most of you, this is watching how someone else or other people are doing it and being honest with yourself. Oh, that works for them, doesn't work for me. I watched a lot of videos and I still follow Paul. I love Paul if he's watching. I don't believe he's a Virgo, but I still watch him. And a lot of his videos are ASMR. He speaks very calmly and very softly, and it works for him. And he produces some great videos. I love his messages. But that would not work for me because being a Gemini sun and a Scorpio moon, Aquarius rising, I'm a little too communicative. Sometimes I channel too quickly. So again, that was knowledge I gained. Wow, that really works for him. I love watching his videos, listening to his videos. I podcast a lot of them, which means I'm not watching the video. You know, I'm just listening to the audio while I'm doing stuff around the house or driving, running errands. And sometimes I listen to his readings where they're not even my zodiac sign, like they're not my placement. But I still can gain something because, again, we have every house in our natal chart, in our birth chart. So I stand to learn something from listening to a sign that is not in my top 4. But again, I gain knowledge that works for him. That's an Ace of Cups for him. But for me, that would be a Three of Swords. That would not work for me. And that Queen of Swords is gaining knowledge. So there's someone or people here you could watch that are doing what you want to do. And you can learn from them. Not to copy, but to learn what works for you and what doesn't. Clarify that Death card. Financial transformation here. And it's yours for the taking, but hard work. You're going to have to be committed to this. One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Wands, taking that action. Nine of Swords and the Three of Cups. You're going to have to put in the effort. Again, there's something here with community, maybe online. Page of Swords, Three of Cups. Get out of your head that you can't do it. You can do it. You just have to create the regimented schedule to do it. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here. 3 cards of advice for Virgo. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice. 5 of Swords, the Moon, and the 3 of Pentacles. Get to work. Get to work. Get out of your head. And there, again, I go back to seeing what works and what doesn't work for other people. And then what you want to do, it's not so scary because you are armed with skills, tools, and knowledge that you did not have before you started this exercise. So 3 of Pentacles, your advice, start putting in the effort and plant that new seed in that new moon in Taurus here to create the financial future that you're truly desiring for yourself. That is what I have for you, Virgo, at this time. That is your new moon and Taurus message. If you like those messages, they resonate with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.